Find a long, tall seat, head over shoulders. And close the eyes if it feels comfortable enough to do so. And recognizing the space you're in right now. Shape of the room, size of the room. And then noticing the space your body is occupying, your physical space. In connection of the seat to the mat, to the earth. Anything else that's touching the ground, maybe your thighs or your ankles. Noticing the shape of your spine, the movement of the torso with every breath. Top of the head. And if you like, now's the time to set an intention. What brought you to the mat today? Maybe just one word or a very short phrase. And we'll come together with the sound of Om. Let the vibration resonate throughout the body, into the space around you, filling the room, filling the space you are occupying. Check back in with the length of the spine, tailbone down, top of the head high. And letting the chin fall down to the chest. And the movement starts gentle rocking side to side. Nothing too crazy, just checking in. Waking up the body. If you're just moving for the first time today, or if you're moving after a long day of perhaps not a lot of movement, just checking in with where the body is right now. And if it feels okay to do so, you can go all the way around in full circles. And then the other direction. And if there's any spots I feel like, oh, this could use another breath, hold there for a breath. And back to the center and up. Let's inhale the arms high. Weave the palms together and press them forward as you exhale. Inhale comes up, pinkies back. Maybe the gaze goes to the ceiling. And exhale, release back into your cat pose. Inhale, lifts. And let's go over to one side. Reach the fingers across the room. Breathing into the open rib cage side that's exposed. Maybe a little movement in the shoulder joint. Opening the side body. And we'll reach up and over the other direction. And breathing into the open side. Reaching across the room, finding movement if it feels good in your body. Your body is your best teacher. Always checking in. Inhale comes up. Exhale, release forward. Find the outer thigh stretch. Keeping the spine long, reaching across the room. This time forward across the room instead of to the side. Maybe after a couple of breaths, you can get a little deeper. Keep the length through the spine. And bring it back up on an inhale. And let's switch the legs. Once again, inhale comes high. And release over on the exhale. It might not be too far. It might be different from the other side. Just checking in with where your physical needs are right now. And we'll move through the tabletop. And let's just bring the big toes to touch and sit back in child's pose. Rest the head on the mat or the hands or a block. Relax the shoulders down, maybe a little side to side movement. And we'll slide forward onto the mat. Just bring the hands under the shoulders and just gently lift, looking forward. No hands even. This is just the lower back doing all the work, lifting your heart. And release down. We'll tuck the toes and push into the dog. And again, we're just sort of saying hello to the joints, to the physical. Where are we at right here, right now? Gently walking into the Uttanasana. Bend the knees as much as you need to connect the upper body and the thighs and hang over. Reach to the top of the head forward, up and back, high arch. And hands down to heart center. Find some room. I'm going to step away from my wall. And we're going to take the arm and go around back. And the other arm. Maybe get some crunchies out. And the other direction. Forward. And the left arm. Quick challenge. We'll start with both arms up. One goes forward, one goes back. And switch when whichever one was going forward goes back and vice versa. And let it go. Coming to the front of your mat, if you're not there already, toes forward, heels back, inhale, high arch, lift up. And Nice, over on the exhale. Right leg back, low lunge, lift the heart. Find your plank. Lower down the knees, heart and chin. Forward and up for cobra. Push back to the dog. Right foot comes forward, low lunge other side. Back foot meets front, Uttanasana. And all the way up. Again. Up and back on the inhale. Exhale, release over. Left foot goes back. Let's hang out in low lunge for a moment. If you want to open it up, you can open it up. If you want to reach back for the left foot, get into the quad a little deeper, go ahead. Right knee follows the toes, right foot is still connected to the earth. And let that go. Let's find plank. Knees touch into chin or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Push back, downward dog. Left foot slides forward. Good. Bring it all the way until the foot is fully on the mat. And we'll hang out on this side for a few breaths. And if you got into the deeper quad stretch, maybe give it a try on this side. And then right foot meets the left, hanging over again. Releasing the neck, the shoulders, everything just kind of falling towards the weight of the earth. And we'll reach the top of the head. Swan dive all the way up and back. High arch. And steady in heart center. Let's bring palms together, elbows together. Press the forearms forward. Let's stack right on top of left, back to back with the hands or palm to palm if they can reach. Eagle arms, a little up and down. Find your space. What feels nice in the back, and we'll hold for 3 breaths. And release. The shoulders to shake. And same thing, we'll switch to the other side. So starting palm to palm, elbow to elbow, pressing forward. This is great. You can just stay here in this initial pose. Or you can stack the left on top of the right and find your eagle arms and hold for 3 breaths. And release, shake it out. And we'll we'll bring the fingers to connect, to weave together behind the back. And then we're gonna actually sort of bend the elbows and imagine reaching the elbows together to touch and back. So you're opening the heart. It's the opposite of the eagle arms. And release. Okay. Once again, forward on the mat if you're not there already. Toes forward, heels back. Make those parallel lines with your feet. Root. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Hanging over. Let's grab opposite elbows. Again, bend the knee as much as you need to. You can do a little swing here. Left foot back slides back, low lunge. Again, you can get into it for a moment. Maybe come up this time. Hip sink, heart lifts. And come back down, one hand on each side. Let's do for the hips going forward and back. And the next time we'll stay back in our half Hanuman, our half split pose, getting into the hamstring, just lengthening the spine. And you might stay here, you might wiggle around a bit, or you might start to fold over and deepen into the stretch. And return forward. I'm gonna plant my left hand sort of in the center. Well, I'm on the left third, I suppose, of the mat. And then I'm gonna take my right foot and swing it back into my Vashisthasana, my side plank. If you need more support, you can bring the left knee down. If you want to make it a little more challenging, you can lift the right foot up. Right to center plank. Knee sets into the chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Push right back down to down dog or reverse back through chaturanga. Push up and then go to down dog. Right toe slides up and back, down dog split. Point the right toe towards the floor behind you, get into the hip. And swing the right foot forward, left heel stays down. Coming up, warrior one. Let's take the right hand and pat the back. Shoulder stretch. Stay there or wrap around to grab the fingertips or the shirt. We're going to step forward onto the right foot. For third warrior, we're going to balance on the right foot. But you can always keep tapping the floor if you need to. But if it's available, coming up to balance and supporting around the ankle, around the knee. And all the way up to stand and release and let go into Tadasana for a moment. Okay, other side, inhale comes up and back, high arch. Maybe some movement here. Release over on the exhale. Right foot goes back, low lunge. We'll hang out. Maybe lift up a bit. And then we'll go into our hips, sliding back and forth. And we'll hold back at the hips over the back knee for Ardha Hanuman. Getting into the hamstring, finding your space on this side. It might be a little different than the other side. Getting into that hamstring on the left. And we'll come forward, plant the right hand, and we'll tip over onto Vashisthasana on the right side. Take your pose. You can have your right knee down or your left foot up if you gave that a try on the other side. And return to center plank. Knees, chest, and chin. Chaturanga or up dog. If you're in the up dog, you can reverse back down and push up. Or wherever you are, just find yourself finding your way to the down dog pose. And sliding left foot up and back, down dog split. Maybe point the toe towards the wall behind you and get into the hips. And the left foot slides all the way forward. Right heel comes down. Warrior one. Bending the left elbow. Maybe reaching around to grab the shorter fingertips for the bigger, the deeper shoulder stretch. But listening to your body, finding what's right for you. Now we'll gently step forward onto the left foot and find your balance. And up to stand. And let's release into Tadasana for a breath. Tree pose. Let's take the right heel, lift it up, and bring it in. You can stay here or come to the calf or all the way up to the thigh. Maybe hands come to the heart. Maybe branches extend. And coming back down. Let's give the knee a hug. Stay tall, stay lifted. And extend the leg, but keep the back high. So don't fall back. We're gonna keep it up tall. and release. Other side. We'll turn the left leg out from the hip. The whole leg turns out. Here, great, stay, or below the knee, or above the knee, never on the knee. Maybe branches extend. Return. And we're going to lengthen the left leg out in front. Keep the head high. And release down. Okay. Coming up onto the tippy toes. Big toes touch. Come up onto the tippy toes. And come down on the exhale. Balance in Prapadasana. Lower the knees, stretch the soles of the feet. Weave the fingers together, bring them over to the right hip. Back stays straight and the head falls over to the right shoulder. You can look down, you can look up. Find the space that feels nice on your neck, maybe a little deeper than our initial stretches at the beginning of class. Maybe it's more comfortable because we've been moving. Maybe it's less comfortable. Just checking in. Fingers over to the left side, switch everything. And release. All right, let's come forward and tap on the toes. You can sit however you like. We're going to do one for the wrists. I'm going to bring my hands back to back and then stack them so they're on top of each other. And I'll bring that through and maybe as far forward as your body is going to allow. Now reverse. Let it go. Oh dear, remember, hopefully you remember which one was on top. I have my right on top. And then I'm going to stack the other way. So thumbs pointing down. Now I have my left on top. And come forward and through. Other side. To make it different than the first side. If it doesn't feel different, maybe you accidentally did the same hand. Switch it up. And release. Check it out. All right. Okay, let's roll over. Well, let's come forward onto plank. And continue chest and chin, or slowly release all the way down to the earth. Bring big toes to touch. Let's weave the fingers together behind the back. Bring the knuckles to reach towards the wall behind you as you lift the heart. Hold here. And release down, relax the cheek, relax the heels. And others, well, we'll add on. So weaving things together, pulling the knuckles back. You can stay here or lift the legs as well from the hips. Release down. Now rest the other cheek, other side on the mat. Relax the heels, melt into the earth. Let's bring the forearms onto the mat for a Sphinx pose. So the palms are flat, the fingers are pointing forward. Wings in, the toes towards the wall behind you. Lift the heart. I'm not sinking down, I'm actually lifting up here so the shoulders are low. Looking with the eyes over to the right and then twist to look over the right shoulder. Eyes first come back to the center and then over to the left and look over the left shoulder. So you're leading the movement with your gaze. And the rest of the body follows along behind, side to side. Even yourself out. And let's rest the forehead on the hands, link through the spine. We'll bend at the knees and windshield wiper the lower legs for lower back release. All right, let that go. Palms under the shoulders. Let's bring the hips back. Child's pose and bring the arms the same along down by the side. We'll come up into hare. So if you've got the heels, go ahead and hold on to them. Top of the head on the earth, lifting up the hips. If you can't reach the heels or if they pop up, just let it go. We don't want the feet to come up. If you have a full headstand, you can go ahead and do that now for a few breaths. Slowly finding your way back down. No rush. And into child's pose. Coming up to sit. Let's roll over and bring the legs out in front. Let's bring the soles of the feet together for a moment. We're gonna make a really big diamond, so it's actually even like the shape of a square. Lengthening up through the spine. Maybe folding forward a little bit. Outer thighs. Reaching across the room with the top of the head. And coming up, let's do a little twist. I'm gonna bring the right hand back, left hand reaches across, maybe to the ankle, maybe to the knee, look over the right shoulder. switch directions. I'm gonna bring my left hand back, right hand across. Find your space, look over the left shoulder. Tall through the spine wherever you are. And then bring it back. And we're gonna roll down into shoulder stand. So if you haven't done shoulder stand yet, just take a moment to watch and then join us. So I'm gonna roll down, bring my toes up and grab my lower back for support. And your toes can be anywhere that's available to you, but we're gonna sort of reach them up towards the sky and hold. Alternative would be legs up the wall. Release the knees down to the face. Stay here. Or fold all the way into your plow with the toes overhead. Your body is going to tell you the best spot to be. You want a nice stretch, but nothing in the bad pain realm. And we're going to lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to land sitting on the hands and prepare for fish. So abdominals work as you lower your legs down. Lift up onto the forearms and we'll keep the heart high and reach the top of the head back until it touches the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release down to the mat. Take a breath and release and relax. Plant the feet, heels to the sits bones, toes pointing toward the edge of the mat, the short edge of the mat. And we're going to come up into bridge. So maybe you can even touch the back of the heels with your fingertips. Plant the feet there. We're going to lift up. Maybe walk the shoulder blades together a little bit under the back. And hold. Release back down. Knock knees, feet wide, lower back release. Once more, bridge pose. Lift up the hips. Maybe you're gonna plant your elbows down on the mat and just press into the upper arms to lift a little higher. And release everything, come back down, break. This time maybe we'll do feet together, knees wide, release, slow the breath. coming back, both feet flat. Okay, let's take the right foot to the left knee, and we'll do the supine pigeon. So we're gonna weave through and come behind the left knee and just gently draw in, stretching the outer right thigh right now. Both my feet are flexed. Gonna help protect the knees a little bit. Okay, let's take this whole lower figure, release a hand, and drop that lower body down to the left. So now my right foot kind of lands like it's standing on the floor. And my upper body's gonna drop to the right. And you might just be dropping over and looking to the right, or maybe you can reach around and grab that left foot with your right hand. In the center, and we'll switch. So starting with the outer thigh stretch with the supine pigeon, we'll take the left foot to the right knee, weave behind that right leg, and pull it in, outer thigh stretch. And we'll drop that down and let the whole thing fall to the right. Upper body falls to the left, and maybe you grab that left foot. Sorry, it's the right foot with your left hand. And back into the center. Maybe one little final squeeze or a happy baby, or any last movements or massage you want to go into. And then find your way down into Shavasana, toes open, arms by the side. Take your time. Maybe grab a blanket or a pillow for under your knees. Adjusting the light or the music if you need to. And then finding a place where you can be still for about 7 to 10 minutes. Wherever you are, the spine's gonna be long, so you have lots of room for breath. Releasing in the toes and feet. Releasing around the ankles, shins and calves, knees and thighs. Releasing the hips. The lower back, middle and upper back. The fingers, palms and wrists, forearms, elbows, and upper arms. Across the chest, the neck, the jaw, whole face, around the mouth, nose, eyes, base of the skull, wrapping all the way up to the top of the head. The organs in the torso relaxed, at ease. Everything melting to the earth. Follow the breath and return to your intention. Returning to the senses. Returning to the present space, the present time. Slowly find your way back up to Sukhasana, the tall, comfortable seat. We'll close with the mantra for peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace and good in all living beings. Om Shanti.